NMIXX is a 7-member girl group that debuted on 22nd February 2022 with the single album Admire and title track "Oh." The JYP's highly anticipated new girl group and its first since ITZY debuted with much success in 2019. I'm not sure what I was anticipating from NMIXX in terms of concept, but it was most probably not this. I think the main problem with this song for me is that it is too experimental and not in a very cohesive way. In my opinion, SM has always been the better company when it comes to super experimental sounds, but even they don't do experimental sounds well enough to make it the debut song of their groups. And I think JYP has failed to realize that it is really not worth any company for that matter to be experimental this early on based on their past track record. Miss A's debut song, Bad Girl Good Girl, was number 1 on the Gaon charts because it was not experimental and public friendly. Twice debuted with a slightly experimental song with a concept that was way more experimental than the song itself and was only met with moderate success in comparison with like Ooh Ah peaking number 3 on the Gaon chart. ITZY, on the other hand, debuted with success because their debut Dala Dala, which was well received both domestically and internationally, because it was not only the right concept at the right time, it was also not very experimental. And this is why I think there is so much criticism on NMIXX's debut. Although JYP being a big company can definitely afford to take risks, I just don't think it's the right move at debut. Debut, like it or not, is when any group establishes their core fan base, and though there will be stands because it is a JYP group or because they love the pre-debut videos and photos of the members, it is still the time where so many fans that may not have stand could have stand, since it is in the culture that many fans do like following a group since debut, and being there since day one feels like a badge of honor. It would have been much better in my opinion if OO was released as a second or even third title track, once NMIXX had established their own sound like ITZY did, and a fanbase so big or strong that even if there's one slightly less favoured title among the fans, it would largely do no harm to the group's overall career and would be a nice way to test out new ideas and to change the sound of the group and say that they can be both traditional but also experimental with the sounds they're exploring. Now let's actually get to the song. Disclaimer, I have zero proper knowledge on music, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. I think this is an example of a song trying to have its cake and eat it too. It's trying to be both red and velvet, be both black and pink, but it is simply too much. I get what JYP is trying to do. They're trying to do the song thing where you make song A, song B separately, but then they thought that it would sound better when mashed together. For example, something that SHINee did where they had 2 tracks called Clue and Note as B-sides, and when mashed together, they made the title track Sherlock. But the thing is, the 2 parts in this song is just not working together. I actually do really like the bubblegum pop thing in part 2, and like I don't really mind the first part either, and understand that there is some storyline going on with like the change in mood and the change in tone. But together, it just feels too much. Another issue I have is the lyrics. Most of the time, I don't care too much about the lyrics in idol songs, especially if the songs do sound good already. But usually in songs I don't like as much, I look to the lyrics for something redeeming, something worth several more listens. But with the lyrics here, they're questionable to say the least. It feels like 50% are just words that make sounds, with actual words strewn about, which just doesn't form a very cohesive storyline in my head. Even the MV feels too busy with all the special effects going around that didn't feel necessary for a debut. I would love to see more focus being put on the members themselves. Although I do see similarities in songs and MVs with other groups, I don't think it would have changed much if the song was still this experimental. One last thing before I go, I'm no way hating on NMIXX as a group, and they still definitely have several more chances at a big break, since JYP does have the resources, and one good thing to leave everyone a bit less negative, I personally love the styling a lot in the MV. Thanks for watching.